Territory, a term that circumscribes a place or a being's holding. At origin, every object in the universe, from the tiniest to the largest, have a territory, either defined or undefined. But a territory itself doesn't need to have a physical demarcation, nor it needs to be static. A territory can grow and expand with respect to the object it is associated with. The brief. After reading the brief and looking at the two reference images in the catharsis, one, an incinerator skyscraper, and another, a cloud catcher, I understood what the term reciprocal implied. These are some of the excerpts from the brief that helped and shaped my design the most. This is where my thought process and design began. The site. The site that I chose for my design is Run of Kutch, Gujarat, which is a seasonal salt marsh. It has a very peculiar thing about it, its ever changing state of being. The land here is completely submerged into the sea for 3 months and then it slowly emerges out of the water for the next 8 months, transforming into a salt desert, a white wonderland. The design. A territory that harness. Deeply inspired by the ever-changing territory and form of Run of Kutch, Morph Anomaly was born, a salt-catching pavilion in the salt marsh. The pavilion morphs its existence with that of the territory, where there is no physical distinction between the sea and the land. A pavilion with boundaries that keeps expanding and extends beyond in the sea. The water will rise and submerge the pavilion beneath it for 3 months, and then it will slowly rise up, revealing itself in the next 8 months, forming salt crystals on the carbon wires on its outer surface due to capillary action, and become a spectacle for the tourists that are visiting it. The form. The main idea was to morph the sea and the land together seamlessly, with no distinction between the architectural elements of the pavilion, where the architecture becomes one with the territory, a territory that benefits and befits the reciprocity of both. Therefore, a fluid form was evolved to suit the design. On the opposite two sides of the pavilion, carbon wires are coming out that gets extended into the sea. This is the main salt formation strategy by capillary action. The interiors were inspired by the salt ripples formed naturally on the salt marsh surface. These ridges on the surface aids the salt accumulation process in the interiors as well.